What's up? Jim here, and this is J Street Moto. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if it's your first time. Do me a favor. Click the subscribe button. Click the notification bell. If you like this video, click like. Comment. Please comment. I'm very responsive. I like getting comments, and I like answering them. So comment if you feel like it. Share it with your friends. Unless you've been living under a rock this past week was huge in the Harley Davidson community. Because Harley just did their, I'll call it their reveal of their 2024 model lineup. Specifically, they revealed the areas in their bike lineup where changes are being made. That's a good way to put it. And there are a ton of review videos out there. You can watch the one that Harley produced. You can watch, there are several creators out there that got to go out and ride these motorcycles and give their candid reviews. So go check out Blockhead, go check out Cycle Fanatics, go check out Just GQ, go check out 2 Lane Light. All those guys were part of this kind of, release or reveal, I guess is a good way to put it. I'm not going to do a review on the bikes. What I'm going to do is just make some observations about the changes that I've seen and what I'm hearing and my thoughts, basically, my thoughts on it. So this is not a sponsored video by Harley, and hopefully I'm not going to say anything that offends people, but like I said, this is my opinion. So let's start out with the fact that Harley has pretty much taken their touring line and turned it into 2 different models. Basically, you can get a classic touring bike, a street glide, a road glide, an ultra, a limited, or you can get the CVO version of the street glide and road glide. They've also introduced a road glide, a CVO road glide ST, which looks like a badass bike. It comes with a badass price tag, too. I mean, this motorcycle's, I think the price tag I saw on the Harley site today before I went to take this ride, that Lowrider ST starts at $42,999, let's just call it $43,000. Is it worth it? I don't know. Some of the reviews that I've seen about the motorcycle basically say, if you buy this bike, you don't need to do anything to it. Meaning, it already comes with enough power, it already comes with enough torque, you do not need to do anything extra to the bike, and you'll be perfectly content with it. Now, if that's the case, you're probably coming away cheaper than going and buying a road glide, for instance, the standard version. I'll call it the classic, the standard, whatever they're calling it now. You can buy that road glide for $25,999. I call it $26,000. You take it to a builder and get the engine built up so that it performs the way that CVO road glide ST performs. You're probably looking at dropping between $10,000 and $15,000. Let's call it $10,000 and $15,000. Building that bike out, and I don't know that you're going to get the same performance characteristics that you're getting out of the ST. I'll just leave it at that. So there's that. That's one of my thoughts. Is they got rid of the whole special line, right? Now you can still get those bikes, the regular road glide, the regular street glide. From what I saw on the website, you can still get them in chrome or blacked out. I think the blackout is an option. I think it's a additional cost to the bike if it's coming blacked out. On that note, vivid black is now a color option. It used to be that at least one color in the Harley lineup was what they were going to paint stock on the bikes, and it's what you get for the price. And if you wanted a different color, you got to pay an upcharge for it. Now vivid black is an upcharge, which I think is damn ridiculous. I mean, come on, guys. You're going to nickel and dime us to death about everything with these bikes? They already aren't cheap. On that note, something that really surprised me, and as a person that, I work in finance, so when I see certain things, it makes me ask some questions. First off, they are no longer going to have a Road King Classic. So out of the touring bikes, the only one that didn't get a change between last year and 2024 is the Road King. What they did do was they've removed the Road King Classic from their lineup altogether. The only option you have if you want to buy a Road King is a Road King Special. From what I can tell, the Road King Special is no different in 2024 than it was in 2022 and 2023. It has maybe even back all the way to 2020, quite frankly. It's still coming with the 114 motor instead of the 117 that comes kind of stock on all of the other touring bikes, except for the CVOs. It comes with a 114 motor, so, near as I could tell, there's no difference. Here's what shocks me, though. The starting price tag on a Road King Special is now $24,999. Keep in mind what I just said. The starting price for a Road Glide is $25,999. You're telling me, Harley, that the only difference between the Road King and the Road Glide, that all of those differences, I should say, the fairing, the stereo system, the navigation, all the extra stuff that comes with a full dressed out touring motorcycle, that all of that stuff is only worth $1,000. Really? I mean, it just feels wrong. And I don't know, Harley may be raising the price of this bike just because there isn't a lot of demand for it, or they're trying to weed the bike out altogether and kind of price it out of the market so people will go in and they'll be like, well, why wouldn't I just drop an extra grand and get all that other shit? Because guess what? The Street Glide starts at the same freaking price point as the Road Glide does, $25,999, which is just $1,000 more than the Road King. I don't understand that. I can't wrap my head around that. Maybe one of you does. Leave it in the comments. Tell me what your thoughts are. I don't know. Not a big fan of some of the colors they came out with. Probably my biggest gripe, and I'll say this just because I've ridden motorcycles that have this instrument control configuration. All of them, the Road Glide, the Street Glide, the Ultra, all of them now are coming with those control setups up here on your handlebars that used to just come on the CVO. They also are on, I've ridden bikes like the Nightster and the Pan America that had those instrument kind of clusters up here on the handlebars. I'm not a big fan of those. It feels like someone needs to tell Harley, look, we like all the options you're trying to give us, but you got to figure out a better way to control them because we're running out of room for buttons up here on our handlebars. And how the hell it's convenient to just start your cruise control and shit by pushing the top of this thing, I do not know. Someone's going to have to, for me, ergonomically, it's going to take some getting used to. Or it did take getting used to. So I'm not a big fan of that. It's kind of like, make it simpler, don't make it more difficult. That kind of thing. But, yeah, I don't know. That's why I don't work for Harley, I guess. So, yeah. That's what are your thoughts? Did you watch the reveals? Did you watch any of the ride reviews? I thought all of them were really good. Sounds like the bikes are performing well. It was cool. One thing that was cool about that reveal video, especially the one that Harley produced themselves, they did a lot of the filming for that video in Charlotte, like riding around in the places that I ride around when I'm doing stuff for you guys. I thought that was pretty cool. I also knew two people in that video. Know them personally. They're from here. They were flown out in October. You catch glimpses of them in the video from Harley when you're seeing the couple that's riding the Road King. That's my buddy Adam and his wife. He's the one that owns Foundation Moto, who does the OTR event here. He said it was a really cool experience. Haven't gotten to talk to him. We've just kind of caught up via text. Said it was a really cool experience to go out there and do it, and I have to believe it was. You know, I think that would be cool. So yeah, but the ride arounds, or the ride review, the bike review that Cycle Fanatic did, he was riding around basically in my backyard. All the stuff that you see me ride when we're riding around here, all the places that me and the boys roll around on the weekends, because he never got outside of 15 miles from where my house is in any direction. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's it. I just wanted to give you guys my thought, since this was such a, busy week for Harley Davidson and them announcing what they were announcing. I just thought I'd give you my thoughts on what I saw, and, I'm going to get out and test ride a couple, because honestly, I'm really seriously considering switching and going to one of the glides. I'm honestly considering going to a road glide. That's one of the things, it's one of the reasons that I was excited about their 2024 lineup coming out. I know there's no way in hell I'm going to get a CVO, but I am kicking around the idea of upgrading the old girl to a road glide. Don't know if I'm going to do it yet or not. I really don't. I love my Road King. I really do. I'm going to have to be impressed. I might actually try and rent a road glide from Eagle Rider and just take it out. Go out like all day on it. It might be worth it just to see, because I honestly, every time I ride anything other than my bike, all I can think of is I want to go back to my bike. It's more fun. So I don't know, but I wanted to give you guys my thoughts on what happened with the release and what Harley's doing. Really wanted to ask your opinion around why the fuck is basically a touring bike that has absolutely none of the electronics on it. Only $1,000 less than a touring bike that has everything on it. It just blows my freaking mind. I don't understand it. Don't comprehend it. And, maybe one of you guys has an answer or knows. Hope you guys are getting out riding. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Always ride safe.
Yeah, ready? 1, 2, 3, shoot. Ah.
Asshole.
Really? Peace out, bitches!